Oh my gosh, Arnold's playing a different game than Galaxy of Heroes!
What? You never played Marvel Strike Force?
Relax guys, relax guys. Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes is still my favorite game around town right now, and I'm gonna be mainly covering Galaxy of Heroes pretty much until I die. I don't know if that's a sad thing or a good thing. But let's be honest for a second. Even though I absolutely love Galaxy of Heroes and I'll still be mainly covering that game, there's just not much to do in Galaxy of Heroes lately. There hasn't been a lot of new content, a lot of frequent content, a lot of PvE content, and a lot of the content that is in the game, it's very outdated. You just sim it. So at times, you log in the game, you play for 5 to 10 minutes, you leave, you come back for arena maybe, and then that's it for the day. So while I'm not playing Galaxy of Heroes because there's nothing going on, I've been playing this fantastic game called Marvel Strike Force. It literally is kind of a copycat of Galaxy of Heroes, but to be fair, Galaxy of Heroes is also a copycat of other games as well. There's gonna be a link down below in the video description. If you wanna play this on your computer like I am today, we're playing it on BlueStacks. There's a link, you can download the game, play along with me while there's nothing to do in Galaxy of Heroes. This game is absolutely fun. And if you're looking for a game that is going to have a diverse meta, that has no mods, oh gosh, that's a huge thing right there. They frequently cycle in brand new characters into various stores in the game, and they don't always put everything on hard node farms. And if you love Marvel and if you want a lot of PvE content and just stuff to do every single day, check out this game with me. I am planning on covering this game. Let me know what you guys want to see. During the dead periods of Galaxy of Heroes, I would love to cover this game. So you guys may have heard of this game. There's a lot of drama regarding Galaxy of Heroes and Marvel Strike Force. As we know, Galaxy of Heroes, the developers, they didn't want us covering Marvel Strike Force because it is a similar game. I mean, but again, Galaxy of Heroes is copied off a lot of other games in the past. Even there was also a Marvel game that was out before Galaxy of Heroes, and Galaxy of Heroes took a lot of the good elements out of that game. But as you see, it's a character collector game. You're going to collect various heroes and villains throughout their respected universes. You're going to gear up the characters, gear up their abilities, and basically take it into battle and do a variety of content. There's a lot of arena content, just like Galaxy of Heroes. You have, if you guys remember the tournament system from way back when, they have a tournament thing in case you want to try to get extra shards of a character. We got ourselves some raids just like Galaxy of Heroes. I think it feels more of like a guild galactic war, in my opinion. If we kind of check out what it looks like, it feels more like a galactic war where your guild has to kind of strategically make sure you're taking advantage of your whole entire guild's roster to complete as many of these battles possible, and then the more you complete, the better the rewards that you're going to get out of this. We also have Alliance Wars, which is basically territory wars from Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, but it definitely has a lot of better attributes to it than the territory wars in Galaxy of Heroes. They have this dark dimension game mode. There are just so many other things. There's like an actual story paired along with the various light side and dark side and cantina battles. So if you like playing an actual campaign that walks you through a story, this is going to be something you're going to have fun doing. And you also got your daily challenges and whatnot. So there's a lot of stuff in this game. It's basically, you're going to feel kind of at home. If you want to play something in between Galaxy Heroes when there's nothing to go on, I highly recommend Strike Force, and it's a game I'm very excited to cover. But let's talk about gameplay and graphics, because that's kind of the one thing people like to really see. I mean, I'm going to hop into battle right now. And one of my favorite features of this game is that there's this thing called dynamic camera. By default, it's only on 1x, but you can, of course, there's a 2x and a 3x mode to kind of speed up the process a bit. But sometimes I just have to stop and appreciate the quality of the animations. You get deep down in here, and it's really cool seeing the action of these characters come to life. Galaxy of Heroes does not have this. It's just basically very stale, very static, nothing too crazy going on. And as you see, you kind of just get up in everyone's faces and see their characters come to life here. As you see, look, Ant-Man's he just grew huge. Like, look at that. That is something cool that you do not see. And if you don't like this type of gameplay, if you don't like this 1x, you can also put the dynamic camera on 2x and 3x, as I showed you in the settings a second ago, or it has just a normal auto mode. You can hit auto, and this is where Galaxy of Heroes shines better. I think the auto with the 3x mode and whatnot in Galaxy of Heroes, it looks a bit cleaner. This kind of looks more cartoony, but when you put it on 1x, the animations look a lot more superior than Galaxy of Heroes. So I'm still going to give the slight edge over to Galaxy of Heroes, just mainly because it's a bit cleaner. But if you're looking for something more dynamic and just feel like you're actually in the action, man, Marvel Strike Force really hits all the beats right there. Now, one of the big things when you're starting up a new game, I mean, there's a lot of similar mechanics in Galaxy Heroes as well as Marvel Strike Force. There's stuns, damage over times, ability blocks, and whatnot. However, the one thing that's going to be kind of new for a lot of people are the mechanics and the character abilities, and this is going to be fantastic for new players. As you see, there's a bunch of green symbols down here, and as you're composing your team, the game is letting you know all the synergies that are being activated, whereas Galaxy Heroes, you have to memorize everything and kind of understand everyone's kit so you fully know what bonuses you're getting, whereas here, they make it so clear for players new and old what synergy things are being activated. This is a fantastic feature to implement to help newer players kind of get familiar with synergies, team compositions, and just knowing how to get the most potential, because normally, the bigger the number down here, that means the more synergy and perhaps the better the team is becoming. Since we're here, I mean, there's also like a Darth Vader type of achievement, which I'm kind of excited because when you have everything unlocked in Galaxy Heroes, you don't remember that feeling when you unlock something for the first time. The Hulk in Marvel Strike Force is basically like the Darth Vader achievement award, and I'm almost about to unlock him. I really want to kind of make a couple videos with the Hulk, kind of talk about my opinions on him. Another thing about this game is that I do kind of like the character animations a bit more than Galaxy Heroes. They look so much better, more high quality, and this is also going to kind of nitpick a little bit, but Galaxy Heroes, for some reason, they've never been really able to master the female character's look. For example, Jin Erso, I don't know what happened to her face. It does not look anything like her, but I mean, just overall, not just the females, but overall, the characters look so clean. They look so crisp. They look so realistic. And the last thing I kind of want to point out in terms of graphics and gameplay, man, I really, really wish Galaxy of Heroes had this, because first of all, I am pumped. I'm absolutely pumped to unlock Iron Man. He's a legendary character. We'll talk about legendary characters in a bit, but he's a character I am just so excited to get. And the characters, when they interact with each other, because there's so much character synergy in this game, just like Galaxy Heroes, and there's kind of quasi leader abilities. It's not a leader slot per se, but there are characters with abilities that are basically leader capabilities that grant a ton of bonuses to the whole team. But for example, Iron Man and Captain America, when you have them both on the field, besides just built-in synergies into their kit, they also have cool animations that work with one another when they're battling. So when Iron Man wants to use a special attack, Captain America will put up his shield so Iron Man can use his special ability. We kind of see that in one of the movies. Now, this is kind of probably the biggest topic you guys are going to really care about: farming characters. Now, farming characters, I'm actually going to give the vote to Marvel Strike Force, because Galaxy of Heroes has been in a very difficult situation where they constantly, basically every single new character that comes out, they throw behind a hard node wall. And they also pretty much put all their good characters behind legendaries and journey events and whatnot. However, with Strike Force, like for example, just the other day, M'Baku, he was basically like, think of like your marquee character a while ago. He was just released and he was thrown into the Arena Store. When is the last time we got a character in the Arena Store or the Galactic War Store? Capital Games, they said they're not doing that anymore. They're done doing that. But with this game, they're constantly adding a lot of characters to a variety of areas of the game. We're gonna check out how the meta diversity is. But for example, Juggernaut, Deadpool, you see in so many areas of the game. Like imagine, for example, that the Juggernaut is Cyan. Would Capital Games ever put Cyan in the Arena Store? Heck no. Yet Juggernaut you see in so many areas of the game, and especially in Arena. He's one of the best characters in Arena, it seems. And you're not going to see Galaxy of Heroes constantly put top tier characters in these various shipments. And like Spider-Man, he's one of the first characters you get in this game. And like in Galaxy of Heroes, your first two characters are Clone Wars Chewbacca, like Royal Guard, Clone Sergeant. Are they really characters used for much in the game? No. But Spider-Man, Luke Cage, Daredevil, those are some of the first characters you get in the game, and they're some of the best characters in the game as well. So the characters you farm and you get for free at the beginning, they're gonna have a lot of viability throughout the whole entire game. And there also are gonna be like some hard node farm type of things. Like for example, right now I'm farming Daredevil, Luke Cage. Daredevil's in the Arena Store. Luke Cage, he's found in the Blitz shipments, and he's also found on a hard node type of thing. And one of the downsides of Marvel Strike Force is that, as you notice, I'm trying to head over to 5 stars right now. To get the 5 stars in Galaxy Heroes, it's a lot smaller than what's for Marvel Strike Force. We need 130 shards to get over to 5 stars, whereas Galaxy Heroes, I think it's about 65 shards to get over to 5 stars. But the other thing that kind of offsets that a little bit is that when you're farming, you get 2 shards minimum, or when you get a drop, you're gonna get 2 shards minimum when you're doing it. And the one downside, it's kind of a big downside, we're gonna have to point this out, is that with Marvel Strike Force, they have this thing called red stars. So think of it as 2 layers of stars. You got your yellow stars and you got your red stars. And that's kind of the sucky part, is that Galaxy Heroes, the good thing is they said they're never gonna go beyond 7 stars. Whether or not they'll release like a red star type of thing, who knows? But with Marvel Strike Force, they do have that system in place. But the good thing is, unlike Galaxy Heroes where you need to have max gear, max stars in order to kind of participate, we're not even talking about mods here. With Marvel Strike Force, you don't need to have max stars, max red stars in order to compete. The gear level is going to be important, as well as making sure these abilities are maxed out. Those are what's really going to be important for being competitive in this game. So we have Bronzium packs in Galaxy Heroes, and they're basically garbage. They're basically garbage, and one of the ways you're going to farm a lot of characters is through getting a ton of free orbs. Like all these orbs, you're going to basically get a lot of these orbs for free. Like right now, we just have a basic orbs. This is kind of like your Bronzium pack that you're going to get. So you're not going to get anything too fancy out of here. Like, I don't really care about that guy, but you're also going to get a lot of orbs, for example, like these premium orbs. Like think of this as like a chromium pack. For example, I've gotten a couple of these already just from playing, and again, because I said you don't really need maxed out star characters to be competitive in this game, you can get tons of shards. Like I got a ton of shards of Luke Cage the other day, who's a very important character. I've gotten Carnage. Carnage is one of the best characters in the game, and I just basically unlocked him for free through the orb system. So between the orbs and then the variety of shipments that are going to have top tier characters, there are like all these right here. I didn't farm them. I've just been getting shards from orbs. Like I'm excited to get Venom. He's another cool character in this game. Vision's an amazing character in this game. So between all these variety of things, you're going to get a lot of shards of characters, and you're going to unlock a lot of characters. And unlike Galaxy Heroes, where low star counts don't really get you far in the game, in here it's a different story. All right, now this is a huge topic for me. Meta diversity. Galaxy Heroes went the garbage. It went the garbage with meta diversity. They've been purposely nerfing characters. They've been forcing metas. They don't really want anything else to happen. I mean, Revan has been owning the meta since October. Jedi Knight Revan first, it was only Jedi Knight Revan. Now it's only Darth Revan and Darth Malak. And when Palpatine was a counter, they completely nerfed it. They buffed the Malak team, so it's a lot better, and there's nothing that can counter it. With this game, that is not the case. There's several things I want to point out. First of all, as I said, a lot of the characters you can farm for free. There are going to be some top tier characters. Ultron, think of Ultron like Darth Revan. He's one of the best characters in the game right now. But as you see, we're going to cycle through some of these teams, and yeah, you're going to see some characters that pop up again, but here we got something a little bit different. We got Vision, we got Nick Fury, we have Phoenix here as well. She's one of the newer characters in the game, and Ultron's going to be in there. There are going to be like staple characters that are going to be very good and used over and over again. Think of General Kenobi being used for almost every team for such a long time, but here we got something a little bit different. We got Star-Lord, we got Magneto. Game, here we go. We got a Guardian of a Galaxy crew, a hybrid paired with Ultron. As you can tell, Ultron's one of the better characters in the game right now. Another huge highlight with this game, unlike Galaxy of Heroes, where everything is about Darth Revan, no matter what game mode you go in here. It's all about Darth Revan, Darth Revan, Darth Revan in Arena, and then in Territory Wars, it's all about Darth Revan, Darth Revan, Darth Revan, Darth Revan, and Grand Arena, it's all about Darth Revan, Darth Revan, Darth Revan. That is not the case of Marvel Strike Force. For example, I showed you some of the teams inside of the Arena. Some of the top teams in Arena, they're going to be good. But let's say, for example, Darth Revan is in Marvel Strike Force. Well, let's pretend that in Blitz, or in, let's say, inside of the Raids, or inside of Alliance Wars, imagine that Darth Revan is not the best team, and he might be garbage in, let's say, Alliance Wars. And there are a lot of other characters that are just, they have huge highlights in Alliance Wars. Like, for example, War Machine. He's a good character. He's a good standalone character. Maybe not the best for the arena mode, but inside of Alliance Wars, he is one of the best offensive characters, because in Alliance Wars, for some reason, Capital Games doesn't really do this too often. They do it very rarely. In Alliance Wars, they give a variety of good bonuses. Like, for example, there's this power armor bonus. Mobile Gamer just put out a video yesterday showing this team with Iron Man and War Machine and getting this power armor bonus. They're one of the best teams in Alliance Wars. So imagine that the First Order, they're the king. They're the absolute king in Alliance Wars. I know Galaxy Force has played around with this idea, but they haven't really stuck to it. And the problem with that is that the same meta just keeps reappearing. Legendary content, I'm going to have to give it to Galaxy Heroes. One thing about Galaxy Heroes is that there's a lot of legendaries, a lot of journey events, and secondly, probably the most important thing, is that the legendary and journey content in Galaxy Heroes, it really brings you on a full entire journey. The graphics, the storytelling is amazing. Whereas with this game, there's some legendary content. Iron Man, Nick Fury, for example, Star-Lord, a lot of legendary content. Not as much as Galaxy of Heroes, but there's not really a good storytelling aspect. And again, there's not a lot of visually exciting moments inside of their legendary events. And the last thing I want to talk about is mods. This might be probably the biggest highlight for people. Now, there's rumors that Marvel Strike Force will get it. There's like a data mine that looks like it's kind of a mod type of thing, but nothing's been confirmed for mods just yet for Marvel Strike Force. It's basically character synergy, strategy is going to be more important, whereas with Galaxy of Heroes, I think mods are one of the worst things that ever happened in this game. There's some good things about it, but speed is just way too important in Galaxy Heroes. And you could spend the money. You could try to play with the pay-to-play system and get your Darth Revan and get your Darth Malak, get everyone to Gear 13. But if your mods are bad, Gear 13 doesn't mean anything. Mods at the end of the day are going to be far more superior. And let's say, look right here, 340 speed. Because this guy has 340 speed, good for him. It's really hard to get that much speed. You're not going to do well. And the problem with mods as well, it's way too random. And you can farm mods for your whole life and never get that much speed. So that's the biggest problem with Galaxy Heroes. And I absolutely love that Strikeforce has no mod system. And if they do implement a mod system like the data mine kind of suggests that was found a while ago, I hope it's not going to be speed-oriented. Speed-oriented mods are a bad thing for games. So when you tally up all the scores, Galaxy Heroes does have a lot of better things in it than Marvel's Strikeforce, and that's why I love Galaxy Heroes. That's why I'm going to keep covering the game. I don't plan on leaving Galaxy Heroes anytime soon, but I want another game that gets me just as excited to play every single day, to chase after these characters like Iron Man and Spider-Man and Nick Fury and Star-Lord, all these other characters that I absolutely love. It's fun. There's no mods involved. The meta's diverse. So I would love to hear what you guys think down below. Again, let me know in the poll if you guys want me to cover this on this channel. I think it's so relevant to Galaxy Heroes. It's so logical. But if you guys really want me, I'll put it on a second channel. I'm going to play this game no matter what on this channel or another channel. And I would love if you guys play this game with me in between the dead periods of Galaxy Heroes. So let me know what you guys think down below. Thank you so much for watching. I'm excited to play more of this game and chase after all this fun content. Like the video if you did enjoy. Comment down below on all of your thoughts. And be sure to subscribe so you're not missing a thing. And I will talk to you guys in the very next video. Peace out, everyone.
Party Richter, down, 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 down. Party Richter, son of a bitch. Party Richter, down, down, down.